Hello and welcome to the Tuesday Tell-All. My name is Bobby Fazio. This is the Driver Interviews with Bobby Fazio channel. It's Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. We just had a huge weekend in Indianapolis, the U.S. Nationals 70th Annual Toyota U.S. Nationals. And what a marathon it was. And I mean, what a furnace it was. It was so hot there. My goodness, it was just like Virginia all over again. 95, 96 degrees, 3-4 days in a row. I don't know. But I do know as soon as I came home, I think it cooled off. I was watching the rest of the race on the NHRA TV, and everybody had like sweatshirts on. So what an amazing weekend it was. I got my Bucky's LTD auto body shirt on. And man, Sox Martin Hemi challenge. Amazing. What an event. Revitalized. Best one I've seen in years. I'm telling you. The racing was phenomenal. There was a high number of participants, new PR, new sponsor. I just loved it. Everything about it was great. The only thing that was just tacky as all hell was the fact that Indianapolis knocked down the tower, and the best they could do was put together the that little tower that they had where they stacked two crates or whatever them things are called on top of each other there for the 70th annual U.S. Nationals. That's going to look bad on TV. Or already looked bad on TV. But other than that, I mean, I don't know why they didn't knock that tower down like today and have it rebuilt and ready to go for next year. Somebody answer me that. Why? Thanks for the coverage of the Sox and Martin Hemi challenge. The McCandless family did an incredible job of putting this on. You're telling me, man, it was great. It was great, and thanks for watching it. I put out videos as fast as I could. I know videos, when you can get race coverage out or like the lanes walks or any of that stuff out as the race is going on, it's huge. It's huge. They get a lot of views. People are at home wanting to know what's going on. So thanks for watching the videos. I appreciate it. I got the Jason Line video out, in-car camera of the fish stick CUDA. I got the stock eliminator video out, which is about 45, 50 minutes long. I got the Superstock video out, which is 45, 50 minutes long. I got Jim Marshall's video out. I got the Herb McCandless interview out with a couple clips of the Hemi Challenge in there. Also, go to the Facebook page because I went live a couple times. You might want to see the videos on there. I still have the young Avery Duncan's interview and in-car video to put out. There are in-car videos in the Stock Eliminator video and in-car video in the Superstock video. So in-car video, everything you look at should have an in-car video in it. All right. So that's the way it went this weekend. I'm trying to figure out what everybody wants to see. And based on the number of views I got this weekend, the most I've ever gotten in the shortest amount of time. So I'm pretty happy about it. Walt Walker, there he is. Let's go. Happy Tuesday. Walt Walker in the house. Now we can officially begin. All right. Tom Baker's here. Now we can officially begin. What's going on, Tom? Thanks for all your help this weekend, Tom. Tom saved my life this weekend. Russ Abrams. Hi, Bobby. Good interviews from Indy. Thank you so much. Tom Baker provided me with golf cart, escort, and air conditioning and a motorhome. 2 things you needed to survive this past weekend at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Right? Right, Tom. Thank you. Driverinterviews.com. That's the website, guys. Be sure to subscribe and like, if you will. Share it, if you will. And use hashtag The Car Show, if you will. That's not my hashtag. That's our hashtag. When I give people a sticker that says hashtag The Car Show, I'm not saying that Bobby Fazio's channel is The Car Show. I'm saying Stock and Superstock are The Car Show. So if you put that on your cars and use that hashtag when you take pictures of your cars, we're taking over that hashtag because Stock and Superstock's the greatest car show on earth, right? We already know that. At Driver Interviews is the handle on all 3 Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. OriginalLupeTortilla.com. Did not get to see Stan and Sheila Holt this past weekend in Indy. I did see J-Rod. I'm not sure how far he got. I thought he was going to run somebody in Superstock F-Class, but it didn't happen. But 1983 is the year that I was born. It's the year that Stan Holt invented Lupe Tortilla, right? And if you're in Houston, check them out. Houston, Beaumont, College Station, and Katy. I'm going to say it's Katy, Texas. All right. Who else we got out there? Dennis Chapman. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Oh, my goodness. The comments are coming in faster than I can get to them. Tom Gent was there. How you doing, Tom? Superstock J Automatic. And I saw you win first round. Man, it was hard for me to stay up late at night to watch Superstock. They were running they were running until like 11 o'clock at night. I got through all of stock. What was that, Saturday night first round? And then I fell asleep at some point during Superstock because drivers, a couple friends were racing and I never remember seeing them. So it was later than I could stay awake. Favorite night of the week, Jimmy Carter. What's up, man? Scott Cott, I know. I'm sorry. I never managed to hunt you down in Indy. You're an elusive bugger. I was all over the place, and I feel bad because there were people that before I went, I said, yeah, I'll see you there, and we'll talk about it or whatever we were supposed to talk about, and I didn't catch up with everybody. So shame on me running around. Nick Ryder, there he is. Nick Ryder's listening. Nick ZB. How you doing, Nick? Ray Minnick's in the house. What's going on, Ray? Maurice Jacques from hot as Louisiana. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's hot down there. But it's cooling off here now. I mean, today was great. Got the windows open. Air conditioner's not running. My air conditioner at the house broke, too, while I was away. So wife wasn't too happy about that. But got that fixed when I got home. So thank God. And it wasn't a simple, you had to turn it on. She was actually telling the truth. It was broken. What's going on, Michael Borst? How you doing? Bruce Fulper, you don't know hot. 108 in California. Probably 10% humidity, but that's still unbelievably hot. Good God. Justin Graham, how you doing? Indy had a billion storylines. I should have wagered a bet Pete Lanciers would be first in the lanes. Yep. I told Pete if I'm in Pomona, I'll get up extra early just to make sure that you get on camera. I got him in a live as he was about to pull into the burnout box, but Pete reminds me of my grandparents. If you tell them a party starts at 7 o'clock, they were there at 5:45. And that's Pete, man. He's a Navy man. He's on time. He's on time. He's early. If you're on time, you're late. All right? That's the way it is. Pete got past first round. I think second round is where he got hung up. But show is also brought to you by Drag Insights, guys. DragInsights.com. Check out your stats. Check out your opponent's stats, right? I was looking at Superstock J Automatic and B Stock Automatic before I went down there because I want to see who the baddest were in those classes. And that's where you can do that in Drag Insights. And you can look up your opponent's average lane preference, reaction times, what have you. All that in Drag Insights, guys. Check it out. Contingency eligible if you're a premium member, but you can just be a free member. Check it. It's like you might not want to just go in and pay right away. Get a free membership so you can check it out, see what's going on, see your stats and whatnot. All right. So don't forget to do that. DragInsights.com. Venice Perno. Venice, I finally emailed NHRA on your behalf because I got tired of them calling you Vince Perno. Every announcer was doing it for the last 3 months or whatever. The last couple races you've been at. So I finally said, hey, his name is not Vince. It's Venice, like the town in Italy. But he's from Canada. Go figure. But hopefully they fix that for you, Venice. Glad to help. Ray Klotz, he had a nice interview this past weekend. Weather finally broke out in the Midwest, 49 degrees in Central Ohio. Oh, my goodness. Right? Red Door Racing. How about Darcy Clark getting Mike Hall to the Indianapolis U.S. Nationals? I got Mike Hall on camera. I was on his camera because his feed was going all day. He's got hundreds of thousands of followers. So that's awesome. He brought Stock and Superstock and just NHRA drag racing in general to his followers. So thank you, Darcy Clark, for facilitating that. That's amazing. Mike Hall was very impressed with Stock and Superstock because I asked him all about it. And he said, I've never seen so much high performance in one place in my life. So he was very excited about it. And of course, when you're hanging around with Darcy Clark and those awesome, 64 max wedge Plymouths that he has, how could you not have a great time? Russ Abrams, anyone else having problems with the cast? This cast or the NHRA TV cast? Let me know if you guys are having problems with mine right now, and I'll see if I can fix it. Ron Moorhead, awesome race. No AHFS for Indy. Did anybody see Ron Moorhead's H-Stock automatic final round against Chris Butcher? I got it live on Facebook. If you didn't see it, check it out. But I'm pretty sure I screamed into my microphone, wow, wow, and wow, 3 times after they went down because I believe the margin of victory was 1,000th of a second. Ron Moorhead getting that class win in H-Stock automatic. And he kind of got retribution for his brother Lincoln, who I think should have won class in Superstock, but spun the tires on the starting line and was unfortunate there. Tom Maioli, what's going on, buddy? He's late again. That's all right. The tower didn't look bad on TV. You didn't think so? Are you joshing me right now, Walt? But I don't know. I was watching NHRA TV and I thought it was like embarrassing for the 70th annual U.S. Nationals, but that's just me being OCD. Pete Ducko, how you doing? Great 6 days of racing. Great videos. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you, Joseph Eustace. How you doing, buddy? George Wright from Motown. What's going on, George? James Greasy, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Love it. Cargo containers. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, something like that, right? I wonder how hot it was in those things. I did see an air conditioner up at the top, one of them window units. So hopefully that was keeping the thing cooled down. It wasn't too big in there anyway, so must have been working just fine. Tom Gent, John Winslow, Friday was great. Watching at work all day. Herb and the crew. Friday was teardown day for stock and super stock. I saw 4 stockers in the barn, then 2 super stockers, and then 2 Hemi cars. The winner and runner-up, Bucky and Steve Kamel. Steve Kamel, winner, and Bucky runner-up. They were in the barn as well. So it was it wasn't as many teardowns as you thought, as I thought were going to happen for a 1 day off. But hey, there were still some, and everybody passed except for one person, I believe, and it was Victor Cagnazzi, actually. More on that in a little bit. Also, show is brought to you by Don Kennedy Race Car Insurance, 602-284-6240. DonKennedy@gmail.com. Don races Superstock. He knows all about insuring race cars. He can get you set up. He was racing Superstock at Indy GTE Automatic. He was runner-up in class. Thanks, Don, for all your support. We've got Fuel Factor X. Increase your fuel mileage, guys, gas or diesel. The link to purchase that product or research it is in the show notes. So be sure to check that out as well. All right, let's see here. We got a couple announcements. Charlotte has turned its when is the Charlotte Nationals? Betway, NHRA, Carolina Nationals, September 20th to the 22nd. So the weekend immediately following the Keystone National, the Maple Grove Nationals. What is the Maple Grove Nationals called? The Pep Boys NHRA Nationals, which we refer to as the Keystone Nationals, where I come from. So Charlotte is now going to be a 4-day race. They just made this decision, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. So the race has started on Friday for many years, I think as long as the race has been around. And it's going to start Thursday at noon now. So they kind of just put that out 2 weeks ago. Some racers are up in arms about it. Some racers are happy about it. Let us know what you think about it, because I'm pretty sure the retired racers probably don't care that much, because a lot of racers that are retired get there on like Monday and stack for 3 days before the event starts. It's the racers that work the 9 to 5s that are a little concerned, because, what are you going to do? It's you didn't put in for that time off. You may not be able to get that time off. It's just kind of weird that they would make that decision later on, but they're trying to prevent racing late at night, right? And they've been doing that a lot lately. They like, I don't know. They're running late and in somewhat dangerous conditions at times, because they're trying to get us down to like 4 cars on Sunday. I liked what we just did at Indy right now. I loved it. We were at 8 cars, and pros ran, we ran, right? The pros ran, we ran, the pros ran, we ran, and then the pros ran their finals. And that was it. Let's just do that every Sunday. Okay. 8 cars in the sportsman classes with the pros. At least let's get that stage time on Sundays. Now, I know you had to run late into the night at Indy. We had rain Saturday morning. That was unfortunate. We had so many cars. It takes 3 hours to run 1 round of stock, 1 round of super stock when it's first round, right? You got all those pairings, 128 cars. Plus, you got the alternates that are trying to fill in for breakages and people that just don't show up. So I get it. I understand that they had to this time around for sure. But it gets a little scary, doesn't it, sometimes when they're running like top sportsmen at like 10 o'clock at night, going 6s, and they get a little squirrely, knock out a couple cones, and then you're down again. It's just, it's scary. So they're trying to, I guess, prevent those situations. And here you go. We're running a national event that is now starting on Thursday. All right. Rodney Cakel, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Venice, yes, sir. You're welcome. Sometimes they call him Vernice. Not anymore. Not on my watch, right? Great coverage this past weekend. Thank you, Sean Conway. I appreciate it. Love the Darcy and Mike Hall video. Yeah, you guys check that out on YouTube. Really good stuff. And Rust Brothers Official is the YouTube channel. Rust Bros Official. It's on there. You can't miss it. Just type in Rust Bros and the rest of it should pop up. What's up, Steve? How you doing? Mark Sargenti, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate it. Thanks for everything. Thanks for letting me drive that silver car. Sean Conway, 001. 001. All right. Ray Klotz, the weather. Oh, wait a minute. That one already came in earlier. What's going on? Agreed about the tower, Amcam. Thank you. Yes, I know I was right and Walt was wrong, right? Isn't that the way it goes? Jamie Shonley, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks, James. Appreciate it, buddy. Hope you're doing well, Jamie. Russ Abrams, fixed. All right. Thanks for all the Indy coverage. You did a killer job. Thank you, Darian Houston. I appreciate that. Great Racer Appreciation Dinner. That was a phenomenal time, by the way. The Racer Appreciation Dinner. I did not win anything because I wasn't racing, but our friend Ann Toes won the $12,000 Cornwall Tools toolbox this year, which is amazing. She won a couple things last year, too. She's like the luckiest person ever at this Racer Appreciation Dinner. But, you know, they gave us food. They gave us drinks. Larice Insurance provided the drink tickets, which was cool. And I got my hands on a couple of them, actually. And you were allowed to go up and like give them like 5 drink tickets and walk away with like 5 drinks. It was amazing. So yeah, I had a great time at that too, Ron. Good to see you there. St. Louis double divisional starts on Wednesday. Yeah, that's in October. I mean, that one's a tradition, and racers know what they're getting when they sign up to go to that one months in advance. And yeah, it's a little crazy because sometimes they're starting these double divisionals way too early because they're trying to get them done by Saturday. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that or not. All right, a couple more announcements, and we'll get to it. Also, want to thank Kenwood Welding and Metallizing. That is Tom Baker. Tom, as I said, saved my life this weekend. Thank you, Tom, for everything. He even cooked me a nice steak, too. And 00 Green Hand Cleaner. Did you know 00 Green Hand Cleaner was paying $1,500 contingency to the winner of Superstock this past weekend? So hopefully Larry Hodge was a 00 Green Hand Cleaner customer, because that was an offer that you couldn't refuse, right? AmbiAmbersand.com or 00green.com. The hand cleaner is really good. It smells really good, and it leaves your skin really soft. Ashton Hudson made it. He invented it. He's like an emergency room surgeon that knows how to create skin products. So just want to let you know. And he races Comp Eliminator in addition to that. Rocketman Race Coatings is a new sponsor on board. Go to rocketmancoatings.com. They can coat race parts, bearings, pistons, rings, camshafts, lifters, you name it. Transmission, gears, rocketmancoatings.com. And PontiacEngines.com. That's Bruce Fulper. Bruce Fulper, big fan of that 428 cubic inch Superstock combo that everybody runs. Let me tell you. All right, Dan Peterson, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining. Dana Gary, what's going on? How is it? Oh my God, we got a big audience tonight. I love it. All right, I know I probably am missing something. Oh, Mike Cotton was Mr. 001. All right. And Jacob Wolf, glad to finally meet you at Indy. Got my dad to come out a few days. He doesn't like the heat. Neither do I. But great to meet you. Great to see you. And thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right. What else we got? Abro Industries, guys. New contingency sponsor. So they sell chemicals, products, polishes, whatever. You can get it in Walmart, I'm reading. And you got to have a decal on your car. They're just a regular contingency sponsor for national events. I think divisional events as well, but I know for sure national events, which, as you know, 300 to win, 100 to runner-up. Have the decal on your car. That's ABRO Industries. It doesn't say a proof of purchase is necessary. So I'm not sure if they just want stickers on the cars and just get the name out there, or if they want you to purchase a specific amount at the store from Walmart or wherever, Amazon, I don't know. But it didn't say on the NHRA website unless they changed it in the last couple days. So ABRO Industries, get that decal on your car before the next national event. Why wouldn't you, right? How about that AA stick shootout? $10,000. Only 4 cars entered that. I can't believe it. Gaff Tech Solutions put up $10,000 to the winner of AA stick. That's Sean and Kevin Gaffney out of Canada. Very generous. And Johnny Dekema took it. He the 65 Corvette. He's out of Division 5 out of Iowa. Really nice car. I got video of the double A stick first round on, I don't know where it is, Facebook or YouTube. I got it in full though. You can watch it. It's 2 pairs. I didn't get the final round though. I didn't get that final round of Johnny DiCama versus Brett Sarball. I wish I did. However, I think I was running around in the lanes when that was going on. As you know, the Sox and Martin Hemi shootout, which we're going to get to in a minute here. So let's go. What else do we have? How about this announcement? The NS Texas divisional. All right, they were going to have a divisional at like Pine Valley Raceway in Texas somewhere, but that kind of fell through. And it looks like they're going to have the divisional in Ennis, Texas, which is cool. But they're going to have it on Monday and Tuesday leading up to the national event. I don't know how well that's going to go over for, again, the people that are working 9 to 5s and can't take off a full week of work for a national event and a divisional event. So let me know what you guys think of that. That's Ennis, Texas. That's Monday and Tuesday, October 7th and October 8th, I believe, because the national event then starts on October 10th and goes until October 13th. That is an event that starts on a Thursday. So you're going to have a Monday, Tuesday divisional. You're off on Wednesday, which I'm sure you're not going to like drive all the way home and go to work for one day and then come back Thursday. So you're going to have to be off all week. Anyways, let me know what you think about that. All right. Okay, let's get to the Indianapolis Raceway Park here. Let's get to the 70th annual U.S. Nationals. How about the number 1 qualifier in stock eliminator was Jim Marshall, T-Stock Automatic, 1986 Chevrolet pickup truck, a C10 with now a 305 V8 in it. It didn't used to have that 10 years ago when it qualified number 1 with Larry Hill at the helm. But Jim Marshall took the Larry Hill truck and worked on it all year secretly and got it to go 2.307 seconds under the index. So the index in T-Stock Automatic is a 1440. Jim Marshall went 1209 with a 3. And unfortunately for Jim Marshall, he was qualifying and running class when it was 96 degrees outside. Had we had that wonderful weather from like Sunday and Monday, I can't imagine how much faster he would have gone, right? The number 2 qualifier was Paul Wong in a 1986 Chevy C10 pickup truck. Paul Wong was 161 under the index, which is phenomenal and out of this world, but still, 7/10 of a second slower than the number 1 qualifier, which was Jim Marshall. Check out the Jim Marshall interview, by the way. It's hysterical. He's like talking about how he doesn't use ice. That nonsense. I use ice for my beer, and that's it. It's a hysterical interview. And I'll tell you what, and if you are into stock and super stock drag racing and like blueprints and details and whatnot, it's a great interview for that as well. He gets very detailed about the specs, the blueprints, what tech, when they tore him down, what they checked, what his measurements were. So you can learn a lot from that interview if you're new to stock and super stock, or if you're just curious, right? So thank you, Jim Marshall. That was a great interview. We got in-car video there. And as he was going down the track in that in-car, if you look to the left, you'll see the Hemi Challenge parade of cars coming down the return road, which I thought was ridiculous. Why would you have that Hemi Challenge parade Thursday morning at like 9 o'clock in the morning before anybody's even there to see the Hemi Challenge parade? Don't ask me. I'm just an observer. But anyways, a little tidbit if you wanted to look out the left side of Jim Marshall's window and see the Hemi cars coming down on the way to a 2.3 under elapsed time. All right. How about this? My bump predictions, which I posted before the race began. I think I posted them on Tuesday before I got on the airplane. I was saying the stock bump was going to be 0.837 under the index, and I said super stock was going to be 624 under the index. I took a little data from Drag Insights. I took a little bit of my own gut instinct, and I missed it by... All right, here's the deal. When the stock eliminator final qualifying came out, it was 833 bump. I said 837. I missed it by 4 thousandths. Super stock was 627. I said 624. I missed that by 3 thousandths. I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back and say, I'm the man. I missed it by 4 thousandths and 3 thousandths. However, stock eliminator did change because Victor Cagnazzi got disqualified, and then the bump, since he was out It moved the whole order up one, so the bump then went to 823. So now I had missed it by 14 thousandths. So I blame Victor Cagnazzi for that. Anyways, now Victor's a good guy. I don't think he had any malice in his heart here. GibTech is his piston supplier. They did not follow up with the NHRA tech to ensure that the piston they sent to NHRA was received at NHRA, approved, and added to the approved pistons list. So this is straight from Victor Cagnazzi himself. He posted this on Class Racer. So basically, the piston provider sent the piston to NHRA, but didn't follow up with them. I guess never really confirmed that it was approved, and I guess it was never really added to the NHRA accepted products guidebook. And therein and of itself is a reason for NHRA to disqualify you guys. So make sure that if you submitted something to the NHRA, they have to add it to the guide. Now I know what happened one time. There was a time where they released, how about this? At the end of the year, it's always in like December around Christmas time, they released the new horsepower ratings, and they said a combo was now going to be rated at, let's say, I don't know, 200 horsepower from 205 or something like that. Well, they never actually put it in the guide. So somebody got in trouble and said at a race the following year, they were claiming 200 horse. I'm just making this up, by the way. And it was still rated at 205. And he said, no, you guys are wrong. You posted it on NHRA Racer that it was rated at 200. And it was. I think he pulled up that archived post. And they said, no, we never put it in the Excel spreadsheet, so it didn't count. It must have been a mistake. So, guys, make sure, double check. You got to check up under NHRA and make sure that they're putting things in the guide that need to be in the guide. All right? Just letting you know. Just giving you the heads up. All right. Comments are still flying in, guys. Comments are still flying in. Marshall interview was awesome. Thank you very much. Steve Zupka found out Sportsman will run on Wednesday for the Dallas National. Is that wait? What do you mean? For the actual national event, Sportsmen are going to run on Wednesday, or the divisional they're going to run on Wednesday? Please let me know, because that's interesting. What would they start on a national on Wednesday for? That's really early, isn't it? Or are they trying to get some of the Jegs All-Star stuff? Is there just a lot of things? We have like 5 pro stock classes and top this and top that and FX and factory stock show. Is there just 9 million classes that we got to run that are warranting a Wednesday start? Let me know. The truck is for sale, according to Larry Hill. I don't know if he was being serious or not. Jim did have the chiller hookups on the truck just in case he ran out of beer. He did have the chiller. He had the mechanism there, right? He had the valve there. I did notice that. Good call, Walt. Julie Horton Jordan, agree. The Hemi Parade should be Friday. Q1 at Ennis is on Wednesday. All right. Wow. All right, I'm going to have to look that one up and make sure I'm accurate about that. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Steve Zupka. Victor was disqualified because of the Pistons. So rewind about a minute and you will see. How about the truck going 2 seconds under? I know, it was amazing. Hey, Bobby, great videos at Indy. Thank you, Glenn Briglio. He was a guest on the Tuesday night podcast. That was Dwayne at the Sports Nationals in Ohio. That's who it was. It was Dwayne. Right. Thank you, Becky. With the horsepower thing where they said it was changed on NHRAracer.com, but they never put it in the guidebook. So the All-Stars, all right, Wednesday at the Dallas. Now, are you kidding me? I'm flying in on Wednesday. What time are they starting on Wednesday? Are they starting at like 8 o'clock in the morning? Because Dallas, they're on point. Last year, they said 8 o'clock start, and Super Street was doing burnouts at 7:58. So I'm not landing until Wednesday. I don't even know what time. I have to check. Wednesday at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, or maybe even later than that. It might be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, so anyways, the moral of that story was Jim Marshall was #1 qualifier, okay? And then in the Eliminator, we had Dan Fletcher, who got in as an alternate. He was qualified like number 130th. He was right there at the start of the alternates. And Josh Decker was qualified 86th. Decker's got a 72 Corvette, 454 powered. I believe it's owned by the McFarland family. And Fletcher's got his trusty 69 Camaro, 350 cubic inch from high school, right? I think he bought the car when he was in high school. Anyways, Dan in G-Stock Automatic 063 on the tree. Very un-Dan Fletcher-like. He dialed on 1133, broke out by a mile, 1126 on the 1133. Josh Decker 019 on the tree, dialed at 1057. He broke out by 500ths, went at 1052. But he got the win on the double breakout, got his first national event win, and it happens to be the U.S. Nationals in his second final round attempt. This kid was good. I kind of thought this kid it would not take long for Josh Decker to get a national event win and or a divisional event win. And he won the Class Racer Nationals at New Media. I mean, this kid can drive. He's got great coaching. His father's a world champion. His uncle builds the cars and works on chassis. I mean, they got a good team going on there. And you know, these young kids, they know how to smack the tree. They know how to bracket race. They're really good. Congratulations, Josh Decker, 72 Corvette, C-Stock Automatic, U.S. Nationals winner. He was also right on the money in 5th round. So I guess hopefully he had the right trailer sticker, and he got that as well. How about this, though? Jay Story won 4th round against Tom Reese. All right. This was nighttime. This was one of them 10, 11 o'clock at night rounds of Stock Eliminator, Sunday night, and bypassed the scale, right? Could you imagine? He got the win and didn't weigh, didn't stop at the scale, or maybe didn't see anybody. I don't know. I have no idea. I told you I am paranoid after a run, making sure I stop at the scale and I look for people. And if I don't see anybody, then I drive back to the trailer. Like, that's how paranoid I am about doing this. So I feel really bad for Jay Story. Tom Reese was then reinstated. Tom Reese had a P-Stock Automatic 80s Firebird, I believe. And then he made it to the 5th round, where he had to race Dan Fletcher, and Dan Fletcher then beat him. Dan Fletcher got past Dave Walther and then made it to the final round. But anybody knows anything about the Jay Story incident, let me know. I just feel bad for him. Man, that's a tough one. That is a tough one to be going into 5th round at the U.S. Nationals and to have that happen. The cooldown check valve came with the truck. It was already on there, I assumed. All right, I was told in Indy a Wednesday afternoon start in Dallas. I hope so. As I get there Wednesday morning, it's still not posted anywhere. All right, is this going to be the new thing now? Geez, I hope they don't start the Keystone Nationals on Wednesday. But that's already a Thursday race, and I don't think we have a high quota there. So I'm guessing some of these other races, they're going to start at noon. Hey, interesting. Why not? Mitchell Gunner, thank you for your coverage in the pits at the U.S. Nationals. Thank you, Mitchell. I appreciate you watching it. All right, good information here from Steve Zupka. And who was the other person that said that? I forget. Julie Jordan. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Mike Rice confirmed on Class Racer. Okay, there we go. Mike Rice confirms that we are going to be running on Class on Wednesday at Dallas. Does that mean that Tom Reese scaled after he lost? I don't know. I would think so. Did Tom notice that Jay Story kept going? And I mean, if I lost to an opponent, usually when I lose, I just go right to the ticket booth and head right to the trail. I'm not one of those people that waits by the scale to see if my opponent is going to pass the weight check, because I just assume everybody's overweight. All right. However, maybe Tom noticed that his opponent just kept going, didn't stop. And if I was to notice that, maybe I would stop too. I don't know. But yeah, Tom should have been scaled. It wouldn't have been fair if they went to Tom's trailer and said, come down here and weigh, but didn't let Jay Story come down here and weigh, right? So somebody clarify if you could. I'd appreciate it. All right, let's move it into Superstock. How about this? Superstock P Automatic. Ernie Neal was the number 1 qualifier. 162 under the index. 1102 on a 1265 index. Ernie Neal with this 96 Caprice is usually number 1 qualifier at Indy, and he probably will be forever because, I mean, 162 under, and there's no AHFS. So that's just the way it's going to be. In the Eliminator, Ernie Neal's a pretty cool guy. I talked to him in my Superstock video. Make sure you check that out. And his father was there as well. He was a high qualifier. Jacob DeLon, I don't really know how to say his name, was driving a 2010 Challenger, I believe owned by Lloyd Wolford. If that is accurate. Or James Caro. Somebody clarify that for me. I got a trifecta of inaccuracies going on right there. Don't know how to pronounce his name. I can't remember if the car is owned by Lloyd Wolford or James Caro. But it's a factory GTJ 2010 Challenger. And Larry Hodge in the 2006 Cobalt. Larry Hodge has been driving really well lately. It's a 305 powered Cobalt. And it's in GTJ automatic. So Larry dials 989. He cuts the tree down with a 003 reaction time, leaving first. And then Jacob is 076 red, way red. But how about that? Larry Hodge, he didn't pull any punches in that final round there. He was going for it. And he coasted to a 10:01 at 116 miles an hour, getting his 5th national event win. I believe that was his first U.S. Nationals event win. And I hope, as I said before, he had that double O green $50 purchase under his belt, because they are going to give him $1,500 contingency. You can't beat that deal with a stick, right? How about this? 5th round, he also went dead on with a 0 against Todd France. So both of our winners in Stock and Superstock went dead on 0 in the 5th round of the Eliminator. So hopefully they had right trailers decals on their cars, because you can get extra money there. Why wouldn't you, right? Owner is Lloyd. Father is James Caro. Thank you, Walt Walker. That's why we have him here. I'm going to have to give him a raise. All right. Let's see. Man, Larry Hodge. Who did he have to get past? Ricky Decker. He had to get past Todd France. Mark Nowicki. Oh, my God. I'm telling you. J-Rod. Yep. He got past some killers on the way to his victory. He qualified number 46, by the way, in case you want to know. Jacob qualified number 23. So they were not alternates. Some of the alternates did get far, though. I know Joey Shipp got far as an alternate. Dan Fletcher made it to the final rounds as an alternate. So just because you're an alternate, just because you don't qualify, don't go home, right? Stick it out. You could get in the show. You could win the whole thing. All right. How about this Hemi Challenge, right? Number 1 qualifier. This was just, I just can't speak enough about this Hemi Challenge. Like, I was so excited about it this year. But Steve Camella is he's still on top. But I'm telling you what, he's on top, not as much as he was before. Like, he's still, I mean, it's tight there. The top 3 qualifiers, he was 842 with a 4. Bucky was 842 with a 6, only 2 thousandths behind him. And then Jason Lyon was 846. So they were the top 3 qualifiers in the Hemi Challenge there, Sox Martin Hemi Challenge. And in that final round, which was it was a great final round, Camella showed you that he can drive. He is absolutely one of the best drivers in a Hemi car that I've ever seen. He was 0-14 in the final round, and he saved his best for last. 839 with a 6, 159.82. He almost went 160 miles an hour. Amazing, amazing. And Bucky Hess with the automatic. So Bucky's one of the few that are still running the automatic. His 60-foot times were 116. All right, he was getting off the line in that Phil Mandela prepped Psycho Cuda that he's got there. All the stick cars were about 122, I think, on average, 60 foot. So Bucky's getting off the line. He's getting there quick, where the stick guys are, kind of coming around him at the end in high gear. When they're in a full 1-to-1 lockup, then that's where they're going 159. Bucky's only going 157 mile per hour down there. But Bucky just had a bad light in that final round. He was 158 on the tree. He went 841 at 157 and change, which was amazing. And that would have been a phenomenal race had they both left around the same time. It really, really would have been a great race. But Bucky, I mean, he was 004 in the semifinal. Before that, he probably backed it off a little bit. I also overheard him saying that when he was staging up in that final round, one of them boom mics came in front of his car, and he was like taken by surprise. I think he felt really cool that he was on TV like that, and maybe lost a little bit of focus there, but it was still phenomenal. But I really want to hone in on round 3. Round 3 of the Hemi Challenge was amazing. Okay. So like I said, you've had your engine builders, you've had Barton for years, you've had Westcott for years. You got Jason Line now, who's showing you that he can make real power with these Hemi cars. You've got James Caro engine builder. You've got Eric Jones from the West Coast now making power, right? So it's getting really cool and interesting to watch. But how about Jim Pancake? I gotta give Jim Pancake like the award for like driving like lights out and like get into the semifinal. I mean, I considered him an underdog in this event, and he really drove well, and his car was making some power. But how about in this round 3? All right. He had to square off against Eric Bell, right? So they were identical on the tree, both 038 on the tree. Both ran identical 158.45 mile an hour, identical mile an hour to the 100th of a mile an hour, right? 847 with an 8 for Eric Bell, 847 with a 6 for Jim Pancake. 2 thousandths margin of victory in the Hemi Challenge. Like this, that was the first pair of cars to go down the track in round 3. And I saw that, and I was like, whoa, this this is amazing. And then Charlie Westcott squared off against Steve Camella. Charlie Westcott was 0-12 on the tree. Camella was 0-21 on the tree. Westcott's 8:46, Camella's 8:44. Another close race, separated by about 10 thousandths of a second. And then Bucky Hess and Anthony Rhodes were the third pair. Bucky runs 8:46.1. Anthony runs 8:46.6. 5 thousandths separating them on elapsed time. Anthony was red, though, and Bucky was late on the tree. So Anthony was 17th out red. Bucky was 94 on the tree. That would have been a different race right there if Anthony was green. But tight racing. I mean, the drivers really did a great job to make this entertaining. Okay. And the top 10 in the qualified field of 23 cars, that was a pretty tight range of qualifying there. And it really reminds me of like when I was a kid watching Pro Stock, like at the Nationals at Maple Grove, and you would see, this guy was the air would be good, we'll say, and that guy went fast. Wow. And this guy went fast. Wow. And they're going down the line, and you can't wait until Warren Johnson goes because you can't wait to see what he's going to do. That's kind of the way it was for me when it came to Camella, for sure, and Bucky and Jason. Like, what are they going to run? And Camella he impresses the hell out of me. I mean, he and his father work their asses off and do a great job. Okay, they don't have a huge team working. It's him and his dad, and they look like they do it all. They had help pushing their car. I saw Pete Diagnolo and Howie Smith helping them push the car and all, but for the most part, it looks like they're doing like a lot of the work themselves. And other guys, Junior Baum, he couldn't even make Q1 because he had an issue. He had to repair a cylinder head, and he went out there and ran an 840 something. So it was amazing to say the least. I know I'm going on and on about it, but I was just thoroughly impressed. I hope you saw my talk with Herb McCandless today. That guy, I feel like I talked to him for hours. He's funny. He doesn't pull any punches, and he likes to talk. I love it. But he was talking about how, he had to use the clutch to shift and how much money they used to make match racing and how it was great, the golden era and all that. It was really cool. But I also want you to know, I haven't done this, posted this interview yet, but the test mule, the original BO29 test mule, that was a 68 Barracuda that they shoved the Hemi in. Anyway, they pulled this car off the line. It was a real running car that I think had a 340 or maybe a 6-cylinder in it. And they put this Hemi engine in it, shoehorned it in there, by the way, and made test passes with it out in Irwindale Dragway. That actual test mule was at the Nationals this weekend. I interviewed the owner of it, how he got it. He had old pictures of it, and the best thing ever kind of happened. Herb McCandless came over while I was interviewing this guy, while this guy had the microphone on his shirt, and Herb McCandless started talking about the car, saying, oh, this is where we knocked this out and did that. And this is where we put this special oil pump. And he started talking about the changes that they were making to this car to get it to run, as best as it could before they pumped out, these 50 Superstock only Hemi Cudas. So, and darts. So it was really cool. He even went in the car. He's like, hold on, I got to get in here. This one's got the Porsche seats in it. Let me see if this clutch pedal. Now, they were all fitted with clutch pedals, but they didn't all come as stick shifts. Some of them came with automatics, but the clutch pedal remained in there. And this was one of those kinds of cars. And he was like, this could have been one of the good clutch pedals or the bad clutch pedals. And he got in there and he was like, this is one of the good ones. Yep, because it's got this, that, and the other thing on it. So anyways, that's all going to be part of this interview. I just thought it was really cool. I'll try and get that interview out this week. And I was really excited about it. So that was a great Hemi challenge. Walt, are the autos still 200 pounds lighter? I didn't know if there was any kind of weight break for them anymore. And if there wasn't, I don't know how they're going to get one now, the way Bucky Hess was running. But yeah, let me know that for sure. I appreciate that. My takeaway from the Hemi challenge is Bucky running right with the stick shift cars, foot braking it. Yeah, foot braking it was amazing, right? Steve Camella is a machine behind the wheel. He absolutely is, and he gets a lot of practice. He runs D1 events with his other Hemi car, with his Dodge Dart. I mean, he's a driver. He is a driver. He's not to be taken lightly at all. Thank you, Ennett Morris. I appreciate that. Late for the party. My take on Indy. Competition was great. It was very hot. The Hemi challenge is going to get bigger and very competitive. Best thing to see, my cousin Jack Peterson qualifying for the Hemi challenge. That's the Motec Barracuda. Thank you, Warren. Eric Bell was getting it also. Yo, did you see that wheel stand that Eric Bell did in that third round there. I think it was that third round. I couldn't get it on video. We were getting chased off the starting line by then, and there was a lot of people on the starting line trying to get video. People were complaining about that at home on their keyboards, that there's too many people in the starting line. I don't think so. Check out a video from Yellow Bullet this past weekend at Cecil County and see how many people were probably on that starting line, and then come back and tell me too many people were on this starting line. But yeah, Eric Bell, huge wheelie. Couldn't get it on video. Couldn't get up there. We were getting chased off, unfortunately. Somebody got that wheelie on video. Let me know. You know what? I could probably go on NHRA TV and watch it. But very impressed with Eric Bell. He was getting faster with each pass. Eric Jones power. It was awesome. Like I said, that round 3 of the Hemi Challenge was the best round of racing I saw like all weekend. Eric Bell and Jim Pancake, 2,000 margin. I know. The Hemi. Yep. Bucky was foot braking that car. Yep. He was getting on a 2-step. Randy Logie, what's going on? Sox Martin Hemi shit. That was awesome. Great seeing you. Thanks for all you do. Great seeing you too, Randy Logie. Hope to see you in Pomona. I don't know if I can go to, if I'm going to either try to go to Pomona or Belle Rose for the Cajun shootout, they call it. They're both the same weekend, unfortunately. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Same weight. All right. So the automatics and the sticks are the same weight in the AH class. So how about that? And like I said, if they were the same weight, I don't see the automatics getting a weight break now. Bucky he's going too fast. Jake Cicerelli, what a show. Absolutely. Same weight, says Julie Jordan. Dwayne Hoven, the dart Camilla has is an original 50 car, is it? Wow, the orange dart? How about that? I think I knew that. I thought I saw a window sticker in that one time. But thanks for that tidbit of information. Awesome. Walt Walker, Tom would know. Absolutely. Tom knows all things Chrysler and many things Ford FE, believe it or not. No weight breaks, just less work. Ray Thurston. Ray. All right, let's go over the points here. Let's see what happened. Where's everybody nationally? Joe Sorensen is still number 1. How about that? Travis Booth and that 12-second Mustang is number 2 in the world in stock eliminator. Cody Phillips, Jimmy Hidalgo Jr., and Jared Jordan round out the top 5. Brad Burton is number 1 in Superstock. Monty Bogan, Don Shuford, Peter Diagnolo, and Jody Lang round out the top 5 in Superstock. How about that? All right. Number 1 in each division. Katie Sapanik, D1 stock. Pete Diagnolo, Superstock. Cody Phillips, stock. Division 2, Monty Bogan, Superstock. Division 3, Travis Booth with the Mustang. Logan Bellinger, Superstock. Division 4, Ross Ponville, stock. Jimmy Hidalgo Jr., Superstock. Division 5, Darrell Goheen, stock. Jason DeForest, Superstock. Division 6 is Joe Sorensen in stock and Ty Gaynor in Superstock. Division 7 is Jared Jordan in stock and Trey Vetter in Superstock. Beautiful. All right. Is there anything that I missed, guys? What did I miss? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Be sure to check out the national records in December. Set a record at the Dutch Classic. Set a record at Rockingham. Get your name in the National Dragster. People are coming up to me thanking me for that. Thank Drag Insights and the crowd-funded racers. This weekend, we got D5 Tri-State Raceway in Earlville, Iowa. So a points race this weekend for Division 5. And did you know, because Field of Dreams is on cable TV every couple weeks, but the Field of Dreams from the movie is only about a 10-minute drive from Tri-State Raceway in Earlville, Iowa. So check that out if you want. Little bonus there for you. Napierville has a double open this weekend. So I guess that's Division 1. Yeah, Napierville, Canada. Double National Open, get 2 grade points. Tons of National Opens up there. And then last but not least, we got the Cecil County Dragway Mid-Atlantic Stock Superstock Association going on this weekend. We've got 2 races, $100 entry fee, $2,500 to win. That is brought to you by Rich Prizer's AAD Construction, Hoops Fire Equipment, Oaks Landscaping, Kenwood Welding and Metallizing, Drag Insights, and Lee Zane's and Bud McNasby's Drag Racing School. So be sure to come run Cecil County this weekend. If you want to test for the Keystone Nationals the following weekend, come to Cecil County and make some test passes. You got 2 days to do it. And if your car is old and you want to run 2 classes, you can also run the Nostalgia Superstock class they got as well. So you can get a lot of runs this weekend. The air is probably going to be nice and crisp. You can see how fast you can go. But if you want to throw in $100 for your chance to win $2,500, why not? We've also got a points hunt going on. The top 3 get paid, man. Top 3 are getting at least $2,000 to win, $1,000 to runner up, $500 to finish in 3rd place. All right. And I know Tom Baker's here, and I think he's in that top 3 as well. I know Todd Hoven's in first place. And who else? I think I can't remember who's in second place. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Hold it. There it is. Todd Hoven, Frank Ferrucci, and Tom Baker are the top 3. All right. So hope to see those 3 gentlemen at Cecil County Dragway this weekend. Cecil is also sponsored by Pete's Cycle. That's John Leach. Absolutely. With that beautiful green Roadrunner. So Pete's Cycles, John Leach, who I did see there last time we were there, and he worked the barbecue as well, the Uncle Buck pig roast. So thank you, John Leach, for your support. There's a double open at Rockingham this weekend, and one of those is quarter mile. Is that right? Let me know. D2 National Open at Rockingham this weekend. Is that the quarter mile one? Is that the 8th mile one? Hold on, I got this written down here. September 7th and 8th, Rockingham double. October 5th and 6th is the Carolina Dragway Open. And then you got another Rockingham Open on October 20th. So, I don't know. It's like Rockingham double. Then you go to Carolina. Then you go back to Rockingham. Division 2 confuses me, but at least you get a lot of chances to get grade points. However, if it's quarter mile, set a record. Hopefully the air is good. All right. Richard Boyle, what's going on? Is the Superstock combo in Cecil still a go? As far as I know, it absolutely is. There was a threat of rain Saturday morning. I think Rob Keister posted, but I don't know. I checked the weather forecast today, and it doesn't look too bad. I think it's only like 30% chance, and Sunday looks phenomenal. So hope to see you guys there. Why not? All right. What else? Jim Halsey posted they decide on whether Thursday if they pull the plug. All right, so we'll find out Thursday for sure. I'll post about it Thursday for sure. All right, it confuses me also. Yeah, Division 2. Division 2's open schedule. Saturday is wait. QRT Saturday, 1/8 Sunday at quarter mile Saturday. Duh. Come on, Bob. Quarter mile Saturday. All right, so hopefully you can set records on this Saturday and 8th mile Sunday at Rockingham. Damn, they should have made that. They should have made that October 20th National Open a quarter mile. That's what they should have done. Switch it right now. Hurry up. Make this weekend 8th mile for both races. Make October 20th quarter mile. D2, you guys set records there. Dutch Classic and D1 and whoever wants to go there will set records there. And let's just compare. Let's have a competition. Who can set more records? Which division's faster? Which division's got more power, right? Why not? If I was division director, I would be on the phone with the other division director and, I don't know, setting that up. Let's market that. Let's talk a lot of smack to each other. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm getting crazy with the heat here. It's 9:24 p.m., and it's time for me to go to bed. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Safe travels, everybody racing this weekend. Thanks for everybody that came out to Indy this past weekend. Thanks for everybody watching the interviews. Keep watching them. I got a couple more to crank out. Make sure you like them, subscribe to the channel, share it with 1 million of your closest friends. All right, that's how I can grow that channel and keep doing what I'm doing and get to as many races as possible. Thank you to the sponsors, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in tonight. Have a good